lahat, nawa ito'y maglaho. Aming dalangin sana ay iyong dinggin, aming hinaing sa'yo'y makarating. Tanglawang patnubay sa bighating puso, tanglawang gabay sa naliligaw mundo. Tayo may di man magkasundo, isang tahag nilatang layunin, at ang lamang nitong ating puso, kapayapaan muling matatanaw, kapayapaan muling matatanaw. Sa dilim ng landas, nagawin lang sa bayan ng parang ang liwanag, tingin ng pag-asa'y makakamtan. Sa gitna ng utos, tanglaw ay lubos, pananampalataya sa lahat ng tangan, apoy ng pag-asa siyang tanglaw, apoy ng pag-asa siyang tanglaw, hingin ng pag-asa siyang tanglaw.
Vic.
And this is Vic Baron, and welcome to General Orientation Second Semester School Year 2020 of School of Teacher Education. Ayan,
Yes.
Ma'am Will, I'm actually very excited with this virtual general orientation. No? Ma'am, before we start, kamusta po kayo? Kamusta yung inyong experience personally on the previous semester?
Oh yeah, so sir, siguro personally muna, no? Personal, as my personal life. Ayun, so thankful naman ako sir kasi syempre, you know this time na health is wealth. So healthy naman ang family, so kayamanan yon. So I am very thankful. How about you, sir?
Oo, kami din, no? Same with you, Ma'am Will, no? I'm very thankful to our God na in spite of what is happening right now, no? Our family is healthy, no, COVID-free. And isa pa sa pinagpapasalamat natin na meron tayong trabaho talaga ngayon.
Exactly.
No? And yung trabaho natin talagang mahal na mahal natin.
Yes.
And we've been very compassionate and been very passionate in terms of giving quality education to our students, most specifically in the School of Teacher Education. How about in academically, Madam? Siguro ako muna mag-i-start, no? I would like to share, I was very inspired with so many students na talagang they are striving so hard, no? Most specifically in terms of passing all their requirements, no, on time, 'di ba? Kahit very limited ang resources, saludo talaga ako sa kanila. Tapos masayang-masaya din ako dahil kahit very limited yung nangyayari natin, yung mga magagawa natin as of today, nagagawa pa din nila in flying color, ha? In flying color talaga, no, na talagang napapagtagumpayan nila, kaya they really deserve yung mga grades na mga binigay natin sa kanila.
Yes, yes
How
sir.
about you,
Actually,
ma'am?
Opo, sir, I agree with that take. Okay, and I think yung other colleagues din natin sa SOTE, nandun din sila sa same ng perception natin and thanksgiving natin sa ating mga estudyante. And I believe that each student in SOTE has a story of struggle to tell. You know that, sir? Kasi under the pandemic, we saw them. They are able actually to manifest the move forward spirit. Alam mo yun, sir?
Correct.
No, meron silang move forward spirit. Okay, so just to give you more background about the students that we have, as I've said, lahat sila merong storya ng struggle na ikwento, na i-share sa bawat isa. You know, sir, meron tayong isang estudyante sa SOTE. In the middle of the semester, he was actually confined and medically operated. Yun, naoperahan siya. Pero, you know, after ng operation, talagang itong batang to, naging eager pa rin. So, di ba usually kapag naoperahan ka, kailangan mo na magpahinga ka, take some rest hanggang sa gumaling ka. Pero ang bata, nagme-message na sa agad sa amin, sa atin, sa mga professors niya. So, nagme-message siya na paano daw gagawin yung mga turn-ins, yung mga outputs, kasi even nagpapahinga siya, nagpapagaling siya, ginagawa niya yung kanyang mga outputs. How is that, sir, no?
Responsible pa din.
Oo, so di ba parang, wow, what a struggle. Kasi I know, we know na marami siyang na-experience sa kanyang katawan. He's not okay to tell. Pero he was still able to submit yung mga outputs. And napaka-determine niya. So isa lang yun, sir, ha? Meron pa akong isang isi-share sa'yo. Estudyante natin, this last sem din. Tindera sa Divisoria.
Yeah.
So we are having a same class. While we are having a same class, nandun siya sa tindahan nila sa Divisoria. And then, ayun, nagtatrabaho siya. Yun. So, pero even that's the case, sir, she was still able to collaborate with the classroom discussions sa synchronous class.
Ang galing, no?
Nakaka-inspire, right? Yun. So, in that case, hindi lang siya nag-aaral. So, her family also needs her for financial support. Yung mga struggle na ganun, sir, no? Parang nakaka-inspire din sa ating mga teacher. Kaya yung time na nagkaroon tayo ng na-process na natin yung kanilang mga grades, I know you can also relate on this, and also yung mga colleagues natin sa SOTE, na we are actually receiving floods of messages ng thank you sa ating mga estudyante, right? Thank you sa grade, ma'am. Thank you sa grade, sir.
Yes.
And then, isa lang naman yung ating answer sa kanila, and that is you deserve it. And honestly, sir, they really deserve it. And
Correct.
aside from that, sir, dapat din tayo, I think also, isang boses tayo na magte-thank you din tayo sa kanila, right? So we also would like to give them thanks kasi they inspire us exponentially to do our profession with the extended of our heart, right, and soul on it. Kaya,
and you know what, Ma'am Will?
Yes,
Ako,
sir?
I personally, I've been very so proud of these students na talagang they are thriving so hard in spite of what were happening right now. And talagang they've been very committed. Sabi ko nga sa kanila gawin nyo lahat, no? Gawin nyo lahat para mapagtagumpayan ito. Kasi, share ko lang din, no?
Yes, sir.
Kapag napagtagumpayan nyo itong bagay na to, lalo na itong pandemic na to, the virtual class, the online class and all, siguro wala nang masihirap pa na hindi natin mapapagtagumpayan. And these are our future teachers. That is why, no, itong general orientation for the School of Teacher Education ay para sa ating mga estudyante, most specifically sa talagang nag-strive harder, no, in terms of academically.
So, yes, exactly, sirs. And we can also say that they are really on the right track. They are really in the proper path here in the National Teachers College, because in the National Teachers College, we are manifesting academic easing and then compassionate education na talaga naman na makakapag-address sa kailangan ng ating mga estudyante, right? So especially yung ating mga estudyante ay warriors ng buhay, palaban sa buhay, right? Okay, so
kaya I
actually
commend, I salute. That is why School of Teacher Education is connecting passionately with ambition. And without further ado, siguro let's start our day right with a prayer, Ma'am Will.
Yes. Okay, so I know you're there already. So we are, wow, okay, 910 na ang nanonood sa atin ng mga estudyante.
Wow, hello
Siguro
all.
nandiyan din yung mga guardians nila and also yung
Yes.
mga colleagues natin, of course, manifesting also there. Okay, so anywhere you are now, I hope you find peace where you are dahil tayo ay papangunahan natin ito ng panalangin yung ating general orientation this time. Okay, so let us bow our heads and let's come into the presence of the Lord as we lead this prayer. Okay, so God of love, you are with us in every transition and change. As we enter into this new semester with excitement and even some anxiety, we recall your deep compassion, presence, and abounding love. We thank you for that gift, talents, and skills with which you have blessed us.
Abba Father, we thank you for the experiences that we brought us to this moment. We thank you for the work of others that gives breadth and depth to our own work. Be with us as we move forward, rejoicing with you and supporting one another. We ask this in your holy name, and everybody say, Amen and Amen.
Amen and amen. Yun. So,
All
yeah,
right.
so
Again, Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, my dear SOTE family. Happy New Year, Ma'am Wilma.
Happy New Year, sir. Happy New Year sa lahat dyan. Yes, very
Before we
inspiring
proceed
tayo, right?
with our program for now, let me encourage all our students no na mag-shout out naman diyan sa ating chat box panel no.
Paramdam.
Yes, kung ano ang kanilang major, yan, and then shout out. And by the way, Ma'am Wilma, no, shout out din sa ating mga kasamang professors, no,
Exactly. Hello
na
po sa
talagang
lahat.
sumusubaybay sa atin at sila at tutulong din sa atin no in answering some questions, queries sa ating chat box. So, my dear students, no, kung meron po kayong mga questions, no, please do not hesitate to key in or to chat in our chat panel para ma-address po din agad ang inyong mga questions.
Yes, ayun. So, let's go now to the program proper. And then, para properly na ma-address natin at mag-guide ang ating mga estudyante, andito ang dapat ninyong expect sa orientation natin. So, the first thing is Dean's opening remarks and introductions of the professors that you're going to encounter in SOTE. And also, start with a bang. Okay, so we're going to explain that more later. Yes, sir?
Ayan, followed by the semester ahead by our program heads. And then the student government's messages.
Yes. Next is the closing message of our VPAAs and then the closing reflection. So in the closing reflection, get ready dahil ang ating administrative head sa SOTE will address your queries. Yes.
Yes.
So you may list them down or just like what Sir Vic said, you can also type it in the chat box. Ang ating mga professors, dear professors sa SOTE, mag-answer sila ng inyong mga questions
Correct,
there.
correct.
Ayun.
So let's keep the ball rolling, ma'am.
Yes.
Without further ado, no, let's all welcome, no. By the way, students, no, my dear students of SOTE and TC SOTE, please listen very carefully kasi ang susunod nating speaker at magdi-discuss sa atin ay tungkol sa mangyayari, no, for the entire second semester. And to give us his words of welcome, let us all welcome and let's give a virtual clap to our beloved Dean, a very compassionate, a very dedicated educator, our Dean of School of Teacher Education of the National Teachers College, Dr. Ferdinand B. Pitagan.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Vic and Wilma. Thank you very much for that kind introduction. And magandang araw, Pamilya SOTE, sa ating mga kaguruan at mga estudyante who are now at our virtual orientation. We would like to express our deepest gratitude on attending our orientation. Hopefully, after today, you would be clarified on how we would conduct the second semester, how we would continue education at NTC. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, so the School of Teacher Education has been the premier teacher education in the National Capital Region and in SCR. We have been in the forefront of education for almost 100 years. This is where the future teachers, leaders, and in other professions are being, learned, uh, taught to be the performance of the exercise of noblest, the most dignified, and the best loved profession of all. All of us are teachers. Most of you would be teachers. That is why we are always committing ourselves in the undergrad and in advanced study to have that innovative uh, education so that you would be institutional managers and leaders that are committed to the culture of excellence in education, research, and service. As we would always say in NTC, no, simple beginnings, and yet we would all have remarkable endings. Next, and to help me are your world-class flexible leader. My name is Ferdinand B. Pitagan as your dean. Uh, and Professor Chu Soriano is our BESED PH or the program head for BESED. And Dr. Alan Alba is the program head for BED. So we have listed down some of our qualifications to inform you that your leaders are really not only flexible but as well as world class in terms of academic qualification. Also, Ms. Kat Losada would be our academic coordinator. Okay? Sige. And also, yeah, we are also being, assisted, help, is co-guided by some of the most expert and the most compassionate tenured faculty members. So we have Dr. Joan Diaz, Professor Dennis San Gregorio, Professor Wilma Balon, who is now one of our hosts, Professor Elena Bermudez, Professor Lut Balagat, Professor Elena Batusan, and Professor Angie Ariola. And also, we have Dr. Beth Matira, Professor Ellen Paraino, Professor Marisa Rocha, Professor Dindo Aceron, Professor Jack Salas, Professor Jocelyn Rusol, and Professor Eddie Bulanati. These are our tenured, STEAM expert, compassionate, tenured faculty. Most of them would cut across different programs. And of course, we also have around 30 to 40, depending on the SEM, of part-time faculty members who are agile, adaptive, and as well as expert and flexible in order to continue our program. So at SOTE, we are guaranteeing your access to success. If you are online, in modified online, in our Google Classroom, hopefully you would be clarified on how to continue doing that. Hopefully you have a very heightened learning during the last semester. And if you're enrolled in correspondence module, we would also clarify today on what you're going to do, and hopefully your experience with our modules last semester is also afforded you with heightened learning. We have, made in the two modalities further innovation and improvements so that, there would be, more resources, more accommodation, more assessment, more compassion in order for all of you to be guaranteed access to success. Okay? So if you do have any questions, our Facebook Live is uploaded at the NTC community portal as well as in the SOTE Facebook group. So may I ask all of you to please be a member of the Facebook group of the teachers of School of Teacher Education. This is where we plug down advisement, information, clarification. Okay? So if you do have any clarification, question, please list it down at our Facebook messages so that we could address it via chat or via the Q&A at the later part of this orientation. Once again, thank you very much for taking time to attend our orientation. We would start with a bang. And hopefully, you will all be clarified by what we're going to do for the next semester. Welcome to the second semester of school year 2020-2021. Mabuhay ang NTC, mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Perds, our Dean of the School of Teacher Education of the National Teachers College. Thank you very much for that wonderful words of welcome and all the details po na inyong binigay. Opo, mabuhay, no? Mabuhay ang ating SOTE family. And now, Ma'am Will, we will start with a bang. Okay.
Yes.
Ayan.
Okay.
So let me read to everyone. Ayan, are you all ready now? My dearest students? Okay, ayan. Sobrang dami nilang nag-aano sa chat panel. Okay, so let me read the content of the instruction for our game. Yan, magi-games pala tayo ngayon, no? Okay, yan. The instruction is a question will be flashed on the screen. The first student to type in the FB live session chat room the letter of the correct answer gets a limited edition NTC merchandise, Ma'am Will.
Wow, very nice,
Grabe.
no? Sana sa ating din, no? Sana all. Really wanna get merchandise na NTC. Ang
Yes,
gaganda.
ako din. Gusto ko yan.
Ayan,
Now, are you all
so,
ready now?
SOTE family, SOTE students, ito na yung chance ninyo para makakuha. Okay, so naintindihan ba ang ating mechanics for the game? Okay? Fight.
Ayan. Okay, so
Okay.
sige. Let's start, Ma'am Will. Ayan, ang dami na
Yes.
po nag-yes.
Okay, let's start. Okay,
Excited
so
na din sila.
yes, let me read the first question. Okay? Wait lang. Okay, huwag masyado excited mag-answer. Okay? Basahin ko muna. Okay. So, the UN declared 2021 as the International Year of the Orange Economy. Orange is the color of letter A, youth and their vibrance. B, creative people as prisoners. I don't know. Okay, letter C, brilliant fusion and innovation. Ano kaya ang sagot, no? Okay, so what is your answer? Can you
Okay, go.
post it
Type now. My dear
Yes.
future teachers, go.
Oh,
Type
yes.
now. And then
So,
someone will,
Yes.
opo, titingnan kung sino yung unang nakapagbigay ng tamang sagot.
Yes.
And
Oo.
magkakaroon ng NTC merchandise. Wow, no? By the way,
Galing.
Ma'am Will, di ba? NTC will be emailing lahat ng mga mananalo for today.
Yes. Okay, so
Ayan.
pero
Alam mo, Ma'am Will,
students-
yes, sige po.
Yes. Okay, so students, kailangan na enroll na kayo ngayon kasi they are going to ask for your reg form. Okay, when you claim your prize. Kung sino man kayo, wow.
Correct. Ma'am Will, alam mo, nanonood ako dito sa sa phone ko ng FB Live, no? At ang daming pumupuso. So maraming salamat sa inyong mga pagpuso. Ituloy nyo lang 'yan ang pagpuso. At totoo naman, no, I keep on telling to my future to my students and my future educators na mga na-handle ko po, no. Sorry, Ma'am Will, for sharing this while we are waiting for the answer.
No problem, sir.
Sabi ko nga, no, there are lots of intellectual giants na meron sa ating education system. So what we need now is an educator with a big heart. With that, no, is i-flash na natin ang tamang answer.
Okay, yeah.
Ayan! The
Okay,
correct
so it is
answer is
letter-
letter A.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So what is this? What is the meaning of this one? Orange economy, young, vibrant, and happy. Economy of ideas, events, cultures, gastronomy, wine, music, entertainment, and cinema. In short, are basically human talent. Yes. Okay. So that is, of course, the general information about it. How can we connect this concept to NTC's vision, mission, and philosophy? So para dyan, tatawagin natin ang program head ng BSED, none other than Ma'am Cherise Soriano. Virtual
Ma'am
clap
Chu?
naman dyan.
Hello.
Virtual clap, everyone.
Magandang hapon sa lahat. Naririnig ba ako?
Yes, ma'am. Loud and clear po.
Alright. So ang sagot for the first question is letter A, the orange economy, which is young, vibrant, and happy. That's why in 2021, we will, number one, sustain innovation. Tanglao will grow further. as a hub of flexible learning teachers and learners. So, syempre, hindi naman tayo pwedeng magpaiwan na lang sa panahon at dapat mag-adapt din tayo sa innovations na available. So, yes. Then, second, nurture talent further. Watch out for the rollout of Humans of Tanglao. So, magkakaroon din tayo yung parang Humans of New York kind of thing. Pero ngayon, it's Humans of Tanglao. So, one thing to watch out for, and it's gonna be exciting online student events. And third, we will also enhance wellness. We have to participate in exciting online activities that build a culture of creativity and innovation. Alam naman natin na ang SOTE ay made up of students who are very creative and innovative. So, I'm sure na magiging exciting yan para sa ating lahat. Thank you!
Thank you, Ma'am Chu. Thank you very much. No? Yan, my dear SOTE students, my dear future teachers, are you ready for the next question?
Wait,
Ayan.
sir! Kailangan pa nating i-announce kung sino yung winner.
Ay, oo nga pala. Sorry,
Of course,
sorry.
excited din sila dyan.
Na-excite ako kasi ang daming nagpupuso. Grabe.
Yan, kailangan
Sobrang
natin ng puso.
nakakatuwa. Salamat po sa mga nagpupuso. Ibabalik po namin ang mga puso. Ayan.
Okay,
Okay.
so validate lang namin for a little while kung sino talaga. Okay, so sino talaga ang nauna? Kasi ang dami talaga, no? Medyo kailangan din natin ng
Oo, wait
more of
lang.
assistance para i-double check, i-counter check kung sino. Oh yes, ayun. So,
Ayan, meron
sumagot
na, Ma'am Will.
So, sino mag-a-announce? Yes,
lang.
okay. NTC merchandise. Loud and clear. At the top of my lungs. Okay, so who? Okay, so finally, final confirmation galing kay Dean Ferds. Yes, the winner is
Mag-a-announce. Our winner is Rosalea Mandeg. Miss
Congratulations.
Rosalea
Congratulations.
Mandeg. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you po.
galing. Thank you po, Dean. Yes, wow, ang galing-galing naman mag-type. Ang bilis-bilis.
Oo.
100 Mbps yan. Sabay ginana. 100 Mbps
Yes,
ang
correct.
kanila.
Yan, no,
Oh,
next
yes.
question na tayo. Congratulations
Yes.
again to Rosalea Mandeg. Ayan.
Congratulations.
Question number 2. Okay, so let me read the question. Who is the most trailblazing promoter of socio-civic persistence? Again, who is the most trailblazing promoter of socio-civic persistence? Is it A, King Martin Luther II, B, King Luther Martin II, C, Martin Luther King Jr., or letter D, Martin King Luther Jr. Okay, nagtatang twist talaga ako dito, Ma'am Will. All right, go, my dear future teachers, go now. Type your answer. All right.
Anton.
Okay. Grabe, no? Grabe. Shout out kay Professor Jeffrey Beltran. Grabe, very active din siya sa pag-answer. Shout out.
Sir, hindi ka
Yan.
kasali.
Oo nga eh.
Hindi tayo kasali dyan.
Hindi tayo kasali eh, sir eh. Shout out kay Sir SG. Ayan. So nandito ang mga
Wow.
co-professors natin. Ayan, sige,
Wow.
reveal na natin yung right answer. So the right answer is, ayan, Martin Luther King Jr. So ang tamang sagot po ay, asan po yung letter? Bakit walang letter?
It's letter C, if I'm not mistaken. It's letter C. Letter C.
Okay, letter C. The right answer is letter C. And we would like to take this opportunity, no, to share itong sinabi ni Martin Luther King, no, Jr. Oh, listen, my dear future teachers. If you can fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But by all means, keep moving. Grabe, no? Very inspiring. At times like this, no, Ma'am Will, no, talagang this would actually inspire us, no, na kung wala na, very limited na yung resources natin, gawin pa rin natin ang lahat ng ating makakaya para matapos ito. That is why
Exactly.
sa introduction natin, Ma'am Will, no, nabanggit natin na sobrang saludo tayo sa mga estudyante na talagang nagsisikap in spite of so many challenges around them. Kaya mabuhay kayo at ipagpatuloy niyo yan. Pasasaan
Yes.
pa at makakapagtapos din kayong lahat.
Yes,
Ayan.
exactly.
So with
Yun.
that, to give us more detailed understanding about this, no, let me call in our program head of BE Ed, Dr. Alan Alba.
That's why in 2021, we will, first bullet, keep compassionate education at work, which is reasonable consideration and leniency will remain as priorities. First, innovations on the delivery of education in learners-friendly school environment or manner. The second one is well-planned implementation of the implementation plan of the National Teachers College. In bullet number 2, which is continued training employees, the administrators ensure that our teachers or facilitators are updated on the trends, issues, and strategies on the implementation of the synchronous and asynchronous session. The third one is sustain open lines of communication. Being different without being difficult keeps our community, which is sustain open communication with the internal and the external stakeholders. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Alan, our program head for BE Ed. Thank you po. Maraming salamat for the deeper understanding. And now, let's reveal the winner, Ma'am Will.
Ako na lang
Let's
mag-a-announce
announce.
nito. Kilala ko kasi to eh.
Ganon?
If I'm not mistaken, kasama ko to mag-MC last time eh. May presentation ang SOTE. Tama ba
Wow.
ako dito sa bata na to? Ayan, at saka teacher na to. Bakit sumali? Just kidding. Yes, estudyante pa rin siya. Ayan, ating ST, student teacher.
Wow, congratulations.
Yes, you know yourself.
Oo, sino
Ang
ba
panalo.
mag-a-announce? Si Dean?
Ako na lang.
Okay,
Kasi
sige po.
kilala ko tong batang to eh. Yes, ang nanalo ay presenting. Yes, makaka-receive ng NTC merchandise.
merchandise.
Yay! None other than Mr. Jazz Salazar.
Yes, congratulations.
Yes, okay. Congratulations to you. Alam kong napakasaya mo dyan. Hindi man kita nakikita, kitang-kita, na-imagine ko yung face mo dyan. Yun, yung talon mo, tumalon ka ba? Naramdaman ko yung energy
Congratulations,
mo.
congratulations po. Okay,
Yes,
next question na tayo, Ma'am Will.
Oh yeah, so moving forward tayo sa third question. Ready na? Ready na ang ating mga estudyante? Yes. Okay,
Yes.
so this is for the third question. How many of this, ibig sabihin yung mga colors na nakikita niyo dyan sa baba, how many of this are official Pantone colors of 2021? Okay? So mamimili kayo kung ilan. Is it A, isa lang, B, dalawa, C, tatlo, or D, apat? Okay, so start answering now.
Go, my dear
Yes.
future teachers. Go,
Okay.
answer now.
Oh yes, so for this one, to enlighten us, how can we connect these scholars with NTC mission, vision, and philosophy? Tatawagin ko naman ang ating very dear Dean of School of Teachers Education. So none other than, of course, Dean Ferdinand Titagan.
Okay. So the answer here is, Wilma?
Yes, the answer here, okay, masyado tayong excited, hindi natin nasabi. Yes, that is letter C. So
C,
tatlo. Yes.
There are three Pantone colors, namely the beach glass, the lava falls, and the purple rose. But at NTC, next slide please, we remain to be the classic blue because we are remaining in our mission to be the premier school of teacher education, to be the most innovative, collaborative, flexible, and compassionate education. That is why we also assert that NTC as the National Teacher Education. Our brand is very, very known now, and we are very distinct in how we are now at the leadership of national policy on how we have continued education despite COVID, and how we are continuously growing as an institution, diba? We are also, strengthening the democratic education mission. We want to reach out to all different groups, student groups. No, may you be in modified, may it be in correspondence. If you need some assistance in scholarship, if you need some assistance in terms of financial difficulties, if you need assistance or extension of deadlines, I think NTC has proven time and again that our institution is truly, truly a democratic institution in which we want everyone to have access to success. We are we are enhancing our alagaan and alagang NTC culture, 'di ba? We want to build that caring community that connects ambition and passion. Kaya nga ang tawag namin hindi nga School of Teacher Education Community, kundi SOTE family. We want to foster that caring community, indigent to a family in which everyone is building, caring, helping, assisting everyone else so that they would, pursue continued education, and at the same time, they would be, have their dreams and passion come true. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng Classic Blue. Okay? And our winner is, sino bang winner natin? Ayan.
Yes. So, meron na tayong winner dito.
Oo.
Dean.
Sino bang winner natin?
Winner.
Ang winner natin ay si Miss Cristel Afable.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Back to you, Vic and Wilma.
Thank you,
Yes,
Dean
thank
Words.
you. Thank you, Dean.
Ayan, we're very excited. Alam mo, Ma'am Will, that's one of my favorite colors, yung blue, no? And it signifies education talaga. No? Kaya tayo, we remain a classic blue. No? Now, what's ahead for now?
Yes. Okay. So before I give it to the person who's going to thoroughly explain this matter, I again would like to extend my congratulations sa mga nanalo. Ayan.
Congratulations.
Swerte nila. Yes. Congratulations again. Okay. So one of the highlights of this orientation, of course, is to explain to you ano ba yung dapat ninyong i-expect, students, with regards to the classes, what is the 3x3 model, and so on. Okay, so for this one, please listen very, very carefully. Dahil i-explain ito ng program head ng BSED, of course, na tawag ko na siya kanina, tatawagin ko siya ulit. Yes, si Ma'am Soriano. Please, ma'am.
Ay, hello ulit, no? So, congratulations sa winners natin. Hopefully, ay maging masaya ang taon natin. So, yung sa ina-explain kanina ni Ma'am Wilma was the 3x3 model. So, ano ba yung 3x3 model na ito? Ito yung merong 3 cycles for this SEM. Unlike the other SEM that we had all your classes from start to end, this time, we will do a 3x3 model. The 3x3 model would feature 3 cycles. Cycle 1, Cycle 2, and Cycle 3. This will bring a sense of regularity all the way to the summer term. 3 subjects siya per cycle. Better student traffic mechanism in case limited face-to-face is allowed, and more focus on modules and terminal objectives. So, paano ba ang ibig sabihin natin yan? So, since we are phasing out the old curriculum, hindi ibig sabihin wala na yung mga subjects. Pero syempre, at the moment, limited yung may offer natin. And if we find equivalencies for them, maganda yon kasi at least you get the same subject or same course as what your old curriculum does. If hindi, we will just try to find the closest equivalency for that. Second, bring a sense of regularity all the way to the summer term. Kasi nga, bicycle siya, so it would run from 6 lang, bale, yung isang cycle. Meaning, this cycle would come in na cycle 1, you will do 3 subjects. Yung 3 subjects na yon would run for 6 weeks and you would only have limited number of tasks. Kasi nga, 3 weeks lang siya. And then, mas mamamanage nyo siya kasi nga, you would only consider focusing on those 3 subjects for 6 weeks. Bakit din natin i-focus yung better student traffic? Kasi, by the time na i-allow na tayo ng face-to-face, mas madali natin mai-run out kung paano ang magiging pagpasok nyo sa school. So, kung makikita nyo sa schedules, 1 hour lang siya per subject. Tapos, may limited time kayo na may AM lang papasok at may PM lang papasok. So, explain ko yun further later. And then, more focused modules and terminal assessment. So, hindi na siya katulad nung SEM natin last time na there are 3 tasks per module. Tapos 3 yung module kasi prelim, midterm, and finals. Ngayon, it would only be 3 tasks. 1 task for prelim, 1 task for midterm, and 1 task for module. So maganda siya in a sense kasi at least meron kayong time to prepare to finish each task and then submit it pag kailangan nyo na on the deadline itself. Alright, next, your chosen modality. No changing na tayo of modality kasi resources and schedules have already been made. And makaka-apekto na pag nagpalit pa kayo ng modality sa lahat ng sistema na gumagana ngayon. Di ba? Last time, medyo nagka-problema tayo in printing and distributing kasi nga, hanggang dulo, hanggang sa magsa-start na yung, hanggang sa prelim may nagpapalit pa ng modality. So talaga ngayon, strictly na natin hindi papayagan ang pagpapalit ng modality. Correspondent students entitled to physical modules and access to identified consultation day. So last time, wala kasi tayong identified consultation day. So ngayon, bawat teacher at bawat klase ng mga correspondent students ay magkakaroon na ng identified consultation day. Para nga meron kayong panahon para magtanong sa mga teachers nyo kung ano yung gagawin na hindi rin makakaabala masyado sa ginagawa nyo or hindi magti-take up masyado ng bandwidth or internet data nyo. Tapos, entitled kayo sa physical modules. So, yung Cycle 1 modules are ready now. Meron na ring schedule na nilabas para sa pagkuha ng modules sa school. Yung mga malalayo, yung mga nasa malalayong lugar, kung ang pinili nyo ay correspondence delivery, hihintayin nyo lang na dumating yung physical modules nyo. Modified online students. They're entitled to a Google Classroom, synchronous session, and access to identified consultation day. So, katulad din ng ginawa natin last SEM, meron pa din tayong Google Classroom. This time, ang promise namin sa inyo is mas magiging interactive na ang Google Classroom natin. And then, yung synchronous sessions, same pa rin naman, 9 synchronous sessions per subject. Unless gustong dagdagan ni teacher at meron kayong lahat time to do that, pwede nating gawin. And yung access to identified consultation day, meron din kayo noon. So sana clear yan kasi nga alam ko marami tayong naging problema. Pero ngayon, inaayos namin ang sistema para mas maging madali para sa inyo at mas maging enjoy ang pag-aaral. Next, yan. Ito na yung sinasabi kong distribution of modules. So for Cycle 1, distribution would be for SOTE is January 25. So kailan ba yan? Sa Monday na yan. So, pwede nyo nang kunin ang modules nyo sa Lunes. Tapos, for Cycle 2, March 3. Yung Cycle 2 naman, different subjects na yan. Kasi di ba, Cycle 1, you have 3 subjects. Cycle 2, another 3 subjects. And Cycle 3, another 3 subjects. So, kailangan masubmit nyo yung module nyo by March 3 para makuha yung next 3 subjects nyo. At hindi nyo naiintindihin yung natapos nyo ng module. Ang next distribution schedule natin for cycle 3 is April 6 hanggang May 6 naman ang submission niya. Correspondent students should submit requirements on campus or online. So meron pa rin kayong choice. Kung ayaw nyo nang bumalik sa school after nyo makuha ang module nyo, pwede nyo yan i-email sa teachers nyo. Kaya lang, kailangan nyo talagang i-make sure na natanggap ni teacher yung module na sinend nyo via email. Para hindi tayo magka-problema. Yan, ito. Equivalencies, merging, and clustering. Bakit ba natin ito ginagawa? Number 1, equivalencies may be taken in lieu of old curriculum subjects that should have been phased out in 2018. So sabi ko nga kanina, wala na talaga tayo na old curriculum subjects. Yung mga nasa old curriculum ay pinapatapos na lang natin talaga para makapag-fully migrate na tayo sa new curriculum. Hindi namin kayo kinakalimutan, kaya as much as possible, we find equivalencies para hindi naman kayo, para makatapos kayo for this next few semesters. Merging naman po. Paano ba ang merging? Merging 2 or more sections of the same subject schedule are flexible in the event of conflict. So, mini-merge lang namin yung sections pag masyadong maliit yung laman or pag same subject sila. Hindi kayo ma-merge kung hindi same subject or connected yung subject na ipagtutugma namin. Clustering. Ano bang difference in merging at in clustering? Si clustering, 2 or more subjects with shared outcomes and competencies but different modules and terminal assessment. So kahit may i-cluster kaming subjects, ibig sabihin yung competencies or outcomes for those subjects ay almost the same, if not the same. But then again, may sariling module yung mga minerge na ay mga clustered subjects na yon. Different yung modules nila. Schedules are flexible in the event of conflict. So yun nga, katulad ng nangyari last semester, merong pre-provided schedule na para hindi tayo magkalituhan sa schedule nyo. Okay, ito alam ko marami akong natanggap na email about this. So, ano ba yung cycle? Paano ba namin malalaman kung cycle 1 yung subject or hindi? So, this is how you check your section code. So, syempre nakakuha na kayo ng subjects. Paano nyo malalaman kung nasa cycle 1 ba siya, cycle 2, or cycle 3? So, makikita nyo yan. Yung block code nyo yung unang number. Tapos yung course. Yung sa susunod, ito yung course. Tapos, yung CY1, that's cycle 1, AM. So, dalawa rin po ang difference. May AM at may PM. Merong cycle 2 at may cycle 3. Doon yung makikita kung cycle 1, cycle 2, or cycle 3 ang subjects nyo. Relatively and ideally, dapat 3 subjects lang yan per cycle. Especially if you are a regular student. Medyo magkakaroon lang tayo ng konting pagdagdag or kulang kapag irregular student kayo. Kasi syempre, naka-place, siguro pwedeng naka-place yung ibang subject nyo sa cycle 1, sama-sama sila doon. Pero sana, hindi yan lalagpas ng hanggang 4. Kasi kawawa naman kayo kung lahat ng subjects nyo ay nasa cycle 1 or cycle 2 or cycle 3. So dapat evenly distributed yung cycle 1, 2, and 3 ninyo. So ngayon pa lang, i-check nyo na yung mga reg form nyo kung pasok ba dun sa cycles yung mga subjects nyo. Tapos, kung may questions pa kayo and clarifications, pwede kayong mag-email sa acadaffairs@ntc.edu.ph. Wala yung C, sorry, typo. Alright. For the learner assessment, this will be discussed by Dr. Alba, the program head for elementary ed. So, Dr. Alba, your turn.
Hello, Madam. Good afternoon. For learners assessment, first bullet is maximum of 3, which is nothing more, nothing less. Smaller practice tasks will be kept to a minimum. It means that our learners without sacrificing the content of the syllabus and the content of course description of the Commission on Higher Education. Meron tayong 3 tasks for prelim, for midterm, and for finals. And then take note that deadline of modified online requirement will be the teacher or your professor will announce what will be the scheduled date for the submission of that requirement. But take note, hindi na po natin hahayaan or sana we will encourage students or learners of the National Teachers College to submit your output or your task every term para po hindi isang term like in nangyari last sem na last final na sinubmit ang Module 1, Module 2, and Module 3. Therefore, per term, prelim, midterms, and final. So by the announcement of your teacher on the date, you need to submit that. And the deadline of correspondence first is follow the module, which is yung submission from March 3, April 6, and May 6. And for the final assessment, that will be the final or maybe your project or task 3, submit din. And kapag ikaw pa rin ay incomplete or hindi ka nag-submit ng iyong mga requirements in your professor, the IP grades or in progress is still in effect. And take note that the provisions or guidelines for the IP grades stipulated in the FB group of the National Teachers College. And take note that viewing at the end of each cycle of your grade. For example, in cycle 1, 3 subjects, okay, matitignan natin or makikita natin yung iyong grade per cycle after ng pagsasubmit ninyo ng inyong mga final requirements. Okay, next. In the learner support, content and assessment will be given during your synchronous session. And in correspondence, take note, follow the module content and maximize the schedule consultation periods with your teacher. Ang kagandahan po ng estratehiya ng National Teachers College ay ang pagdadagdag ng tinatawag nating consultation time and day, which is no more 24/7 consultation. And take note, my dear future teachers of the Philippines, please remember that your teachers deserve to rest and enjoy personal time too. Therefore, kung Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, or 8, 10 to 12 ang inyong consultation time, make sure na ikaw ay kung may question or suggestion or recommendation or observation in the content of the module, pwede kang mag-consult with your professor. Okay po, next. And in maximizing consultation, please send an email or message that you want to consult. Ginagawa na po natin yan, even in your HO, but ang atin ay yung mas ini-encourage natin to send an email to consult at a certain time on dedicated consultation day. Pero ang ibang estudyante, even in Messenger, Viber, nagko-comment, nagme-message tayo sa ating mga professor or facilitator, okay lang po siya. Maganda siyang strategiya para dun sa tinatawag nating teacher-learner interaction through synchronous and asynchronous session, and be direct but be respectful. Be mindful that there are other students in need of consultation. Means specific time and specific day. Kasi marami sila, hindi ikaw lang. Maaring 100 na magko-consult, mag-50. Kaya po dapat specific time and specific day. And be active in your online group, which is share useful information from your teachers to your classmates. Kaya ang kagandahan ng technology, talagang mabibigyan natin ng walang dahilan o walang hadlang upang hindi makamit ng bawat mag-aaral ang tamang information relative to your concerns, to your professor, to your classmates, and even to the Dean of the College of Education or to the program head. Next is by Saturday, January 23, please take note that check schedule updates is your responsibility to check any further adjustments. And access Google Classroom and Google Meet links. Ensure that you have the right access codes, and because you're i-ano lahat yan ipopost sa ating FB website, FB page, and maybe and even in the website of the National Teachers College. And reach out to your classmates. It will be good if you maintain membership in online groups. At the same time, yung mga inyong mga, wag namang hanas, kundi mga comments, suggestion, yung mga question ay masasagot natin in a way na nagkakasundo itong teacher and student. And remember that academic contact time begins on January 25, 2020. And important contact details, question with the Dean of the College of the SOTE, Dr. Pitagan, that is FB Pitagan at NTC. For Madam Chu, for BSED students, learners, ayan po, CD Soriano, PHBEd sa aking po, AB Alba at NTC, and for academic coordinator, ka.galindo at ntc.edu.ph. So, iramin natin ang kataga ni Secretary Gloria. Future teachers, be proud. The future depends on you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir Alva. So, dear students, I know that your questions are already addressed with regards, kanina may nakita ko na nagtatanong regarding meron ba bang prelim, midterm, and final exam. Ayan, so narinig natin kung paano kayo i-assess this second semester. Okay, I also would like to address regarding the IP. So, yes, I hope yung mga estudyante ko nakikinig ngayon, I am actually encountering technical error. Okay, pero it's already under fixing. So rest assured that you can get your complete grades this week as well. Okay? Yes, thank you so much for that. Yes, so moving forward na tayo.
Yes. Before we move forward, Ma'am Wilma, I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you, most specifically to our school leaders and to our co-professors na talagang matyaga, no, na binabasa ang bawat
Thank you so much.
questions na nasa FB Live natin ngayon. Maraming salamat po, no, at na-address po kaagad ang mga concerns ng ating mga estudyante.
Yes, thank you so much po. Okay, so at this juncture naman, mga student, listen carefully kasi this time around, i-inform naman kayo about the scholarship offers ng NTC, the National Teachers College, para sa inyo. So for this take, I would like to call in Mr. Vincent Agustin, the Head of Scholarship and Financial Aid Office.
Sir Vincent?
Sir Vincent? Okay, so Sir Vincent, Okay.
Hello.
Yes. Hello po.
Hi,
Good afternoon, sir. Yes.
Good afternoon.
Okay. So I will be sharing my slide. So good afternoon, everyone. So ako po si Sir Vincent ng Scholarships and Financial Aid Office. So I will be discussing with you our Scholarship and Financial Assistance Program for second semester of this academic year. So first of all, binabati ko po ang mga estudyante at kaguruan ng School of Teacher Education. So let's start with our academic scholarship. So I would like to inform you that our academic scholarship will be on February 1 to February 5, 2021. And makikita niyo po sa inyong screen ang mga qualification. So number 1, dapat po ang estudyante ay may 18 units load ngayong second semester. Second, ang estudyante po ay dapat may general weighing average or GWA na at least A- or 94 to 96 with no grade lower than B or 88 to 90. So ito po may mga magtatanong, Sir, paano po kung ang grade ko ay B or B+, pwede po ba akong mag-apply? Pwede po, basta po ang average nyo ay A- or letter A. And then with at least 18 units load noong first semester ng school year 2020-2021. And then with no academic delinquencies such as F, AW, UW, or incomplete. Sir, paano po kung meron po akong IP remark sa aking portal? Makakapag-apply po ba ako sa scholarship? Makakapag-apply po kayo kung ang grades nyo po ay kumpleto na. So kung may IP remark po kayo ngayon, paki-coordinate na po sa inyong faculty kung kayo po ay nakapag-comply na para po ma-update po yung inyong portal, ma-update yung inyong grades. Since ito po ay academic scholarship, ang pinagbabasehan po talaga natin ay yung grades ng estudyante. Kaya po we will not allow those students na may IP remark sa pag-submit ng application kasi po grades basis po tayo for academic scholarship. Lahat ng application for academic scholarship ay irarank po natin from highest to lowest. So yung first 50, yung top 50 students, yun po yung mag-grant natin ng 100%, and then yung remaining from top 51 hanggang top 150, yun po naman yung i-grant natin ng 50%. Same what we did last school year. And then syempre, hindi lang maliban doon sa inyong grades ay kailangan po wala kayong disciplinary record sa loob ng 2 semester. Sir, paano po kung ako po ay freshman? So okay lang po, dapat po wala kayong disciplinary record last semester. Okay? Ano po yung mga requirements na dapat i-submit? Number 1, registration form ngayong second semester ng school year 2020-2021. And then semestral report last semester. Saan po makikita yung semestral report? Ito po ay makikita sa inyong student portal. Pwede nyo po itong i-screenshot at i-send po sa ating application. And then pangatlo po, yung Certificate of No Disciplinary Record. Saan po ito makukuha? Ito po ay makukuha sa Office of the Student Affairs. Paano po tayo mag-a-apply? So ang gagawin lang po natin dahil bawal pa po tayo sa face-to-face application, lahat po ng requirements kailangan nyo pong i-email sa scholarship@ntc.edu.ph. Kailan po pwedeng mag-submit? Magtatanggap lang po kami ng application mula February 1, araw ng Lunes, hanggang February 5, araw ng Biyernes. Mula alas 8 ng umaga hanggang alas 5 ng hapon. Okay. Sunod naman po ay ang ating Financial Assistance Program. So maliban po sa scholarship na in-offer ng NTC, meron din po tayong student loan program. Ito pong student loan program ay hindi po scholarship. Hindi po ito subsidy. Ito po ay isang uri ng tulong para po makapagpatuloy tayo sa ating pag-aaral. Ito po yung student loan, ito po ay pautang. Nagpapautang po yung ating partner na bukas PH sa mga estudyanteng may pangangailangan sa kanilang pag-aaral. So ang layunin po nito, makapagpatuloy po tayo sa ating pag-aaral dito po sa National Teachers College. Okay. So makikita niyo po sa inyong screen yung sample computation. Kung kayo po ay maglo-loan ng halagang 10,000 pesos ng inyong tuition fee, magbabayad po kayo ng 1,009 pesos kada buwan. So ilang buwan po ako magbabayad? 12 buwan po or 1 taon. Ganun po kaganda itong programa na ito para po kayo nagbabayad lang ng inyong electricity bill. Dahil po layunin nito, mapagaan po yung inyong buwan ng pagbabayad ng tuition fee. Instead na magbayad kayo ng napakalaking halaga ngayong enrollment, piniflex po natin ito para po hindi po kayo mahirapan. So, kung may balanse po kayo last 2019-2020, alam ko po may mga estudyante tayong naapektuhan ng pandemya. pwede nyo pong i-apply dito po sa Bukas PH Student Loan Program. Yung balance nyo po nung last school year or last semester plus yung tuition fee ninyo ngayong second semester school year 2020-2021, maaari nyo po itong pagsamahin sa isang loan. At yung Bukas PH na po yung magbabayad nun, diretso po dito sa NPC. Paano po tayo mag-a-apply? So una po, bisitahin natin yung www.bukas.ph/NPC. Doon po tayo gagawa ng account, kompletuhin ang application form, at magsasubmit po tayo ng ID, pati po yung inyong registration form. After nyo po ma-fill up yung application form, makikipag-coordinate na po sa opisina namin yung kawani ng Bukas PH para po i-check yung inyong outstanding balance dito sa school. Once po na ma-process yon and then ma-approve ang inyong loan, i-disburse na po yung diretso dito po sa inyong student portal, sa inyong pong account. Saan po kayo magbabayad yung inyong repayment? Magbabayad ba kami sa NTC? Hindi po. Kayo po ay magbabayad sa mga payment centers or payment channels na kapartner po ng Bukas PH. So kung kayo po ay may katanungan patungkol po sa Bukas PH, pwede nyo pong bisitahin ang www.bukas.ph/NTC. Kung kayo po ay may katanungan about sa ating mga scholarship at iba pang programa na patungkol sa scholarship and financial aid, bukas po ang aming opisina mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 8 ng umaga hanggang alas 5 ng hapon. Pwede po kayong tumawag sa aming opisina 8734-5601 local 250. O kaya naman po mag-email sa aming email address na scholarship@ntc.edu.ph. Okay, maliban po dyan sa scholarship, may bago po tayong opisina or tanggapan dito po sa NTC. Ito po yung tinatawag po natin na Student Support Center. So ang Student Support Center po, ito po yung ating bagong opisina dito po sa National Teachers College. Ang layunin po nito ay makatulong po sa ating mga estudyante sa kanilang mga inquiries, kung sila po ay may pangangailangan na assistance sa kanilang portal, sa tuition fee, at iba pa pong mga inquiries patungkol po sa kanilang pag-aaral dito sa NTC. Paano po tayo makakakonect dito po sa Student Support Center? Pwede po kayong tumawag sa aming hotline 8734-5601. O kaya naman po, mag-email po tayo sa support@ntc.edu.ph. O muli po, ang Student Support Center ay bukas mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 8 ng umaga hanggang alas 5 ng hapon. So maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay ang ating School of Teacher Education.
Thank you, Sir Vincent. Thank you. Thank you very much po. Yan, Ma'am Will.
Yes, thank you so much, Sir Vincent. Napaka-informative ng iyong discussion and talagang makakatulong yan sa ating mga estudyante. Yun. Okay, thank you po again. Yes, so this time naman, Sir Vic, tayo ay, you know what, Sir Vic, aside from NTCs helping the student to exceed academically, syempre, NTC is also concerned with holistic progress ng bata, right? Holistic progress development ng bata. So in this take, tatawagin natin ng student government president para i-discuss paano ba ito, especially in this setup na remote ang lahat, right? Nangyayari remotely, yes, or distance education and so on and so forth. Okay, so for this one, I would like to call in the president of student government. Yes, let us all welcome Mr. Lance Acebo.
So, good afternoon po ma'am. Thank you po ma'am Balan. Thank you po Sir Vic. So, isang mapagpalang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Dr. Pitagan, Dean of SOTE, Prof. Soriano, Prof. Lozada, Prof. Alba, Prof. Bohol, Prof. Carlos, Sir Agustin, Dr. Cordero, Dr. Fermin, SOTE faculty, and SOTE students. Nais ko munang batiin ang lahat ng mga mag-aaral na natapos ang unang semestre ng may ngiti at positibong pananaw. Gayon rin ang mga estudyanteng pinili munang huminto this coming second semester. Nais ko kayong batiin na walang mali sa ginawa niyong desisyon sapagkat ito ang dapat dahil sa hinaharap nating pandemya. Ang NTC Student Government po ay bukas sa lahat ng concerns at inquiries ng bawat mag-aaral at ito naman po ay aming susubukang sagutin at i-address sa abot ng aming makakaya. Kaya naman po, ang NTC Student Government ay humihingi ng kooperasyon at pang-unawa mula sa aming mga kapwa mag-aaral kung minsan hindi po namin agad masagot or ma-address ang inyong concern sapagkat madami na po ang dumarating sa aming mga katanungan at mga problemang hinaharap ng mga mag-aaral. Gayon rin po, inihingi ko po ang pang-unawa nyo para sa ating mga school administrators at also sa ating mga kaguruan. Hindi po biro ang trabaho ng pagiging isang guro. Kaya po inihingi ko ang kooperasyon ng mga mag-aaral na unawain ang ating mga kaguruan kung minsan hindi po sila nakakapagbigay ng mensahe agad-agad sa mga concerns na inyong binabato sapagkat meron din po silang sariling buhay which is yung pamilya po nila na minsan po ay dapat din nilang unahin. Pero rest assured po na alam po ng mga guro or kaguruan natin ang concern na inyong pong binabato sa kanila. Muli, hinihingi ko po ang inyong kooperasyon. Kaya naman po, asahan nyo rin po ang NTC Student Government. Ang mga aktibidad ay para sa mga estudyante at asahan nyo rin po yung mga survey na gagawin po namin upang makuha ang mga pulso at hinaing ng mga students patungkol sa mga nangyayari sa ating paaralan. Kaya naman po bukas po ang aming tanggapan mula Lunes hanggang Sabado alas 8 ng umaga hanggang alas 5 ng hapon. Kung may mga concern po kayo, you can message po kami sa NTC page at amin pong isasagutin ang inyong mga katanungan at amin po kayong i-endorse sa mga school or sa mga offices na concern ng inyong inquiries. Hayaan niyo po munang tapusin ko ang aking talumpati sa pagbigkas ng quotation na aking nabasa na ang tagumpay o ang sikreto o ang tunay na sikreto ng tagumpay ay pagsisikap at patuloy na pagbangon sa bawat pagkakataong tayo ay nadapa. Muli, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ngayon naman po, bigyan po natin ng pagkakataon na makapagsalita ang mga pangulo na naka-under po sa School of Teacher Education. Umpisahan po natin sa IXTO. Tinatawagan ko po si Ms. Jana Canayon.
Yan. Magandang hapon po sa lahat. Good morning po. Yan. So, yan. Good afternoon. Hello, everyone. I'm Jana Lorraine Canayon, President of IXTO. Ayan, it is my great pleasure po to welcome as well all the new students who have chosen the EdTech path as well. Ayan, first of all po, I would want to commend our deepest gratitude po for all our professors, admins, and employees po who are working beyond their office hours, guiding us and giving us the grades that we deserve and encouraging us to be able to finish last semester. Ayan, thank you so much po. Second, to all my fellow EdUC students who have done a really, really great job, not only for completing the past first semester, but also sa buhay by not giving up despite of all the hardships and challenging times we've all been through due to pandemic. And then third, ayan, you can tag them in the comment section. Congratulations to all of our fourth year students of SOTE who have finished and are considered as graduates of year 2020-2021. Yay! Ayan, from all of us officers, since day one, we all have one goal, which is to be able to help and guide our fellow on campus and off campus students. It may be through Gmail, Messenger, and Hangouts. And we are all firm to continue to finish this path of open communication for us to be able to finish our journey as an educator. So activities and programs of SOTE will be posted on our community page, so keep posted. And then lastly, ayan, I just want to thank you all, especially my co-STs, for trusting me to become your president. And sa mga magtatapos ngayong taon, ayan, advance congratulations, batch 2020-2021 will graduate this year. Thank you so much po, and God bless.
Thank you po, Miss Canayon.
Thank
Now
you.
let's proceed sa English President or English Club President, Mr. John Kenneth Galibo.
Okay, so good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Despite of pandemic, English Club prepares different fun activities that we can enjoy at home. So we have different activities that we prepared for you guys. So first we have the trivia and fun facts per week. So to provide all the students interesting and new information about English and literature, trivia and fun facts will be posted through email or through Facebook page of English Club. So I'm also inviting everyone to join our page, which is the NTC English Club, by simply searching it on Facebook. Next, we have the poster and slogan making contest. So these activities will improve the thinking and artistic ability of NTC students through the given theme. Next, we have our most awaited event, the Virtual Language and Literature Caravan. This activity will serve as a platform for English and non-English majors to showcase their abilities, skills, and knowledge in the English language and literature. And of course, the last event that we had on English is the webinar. And this will help every individual to expose English majors on the real challenges in the field, which English language and English language teachers face and have to deal every day during the pandemic. We, the NTC English Club, are expecting for your full support and cooperation. Again, this is John Kenneth Galibo, the President of English Club 2020-2021. Have a blessed day ahead, everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Galibo. Now let's proceed to the President of OXTO, Mr. Jazz Salazar. Thank you po. Pasensya na po, nagkaroon po lang ng technical difficulties si Mr. Jazz Salazar. Now, let's proceed po sa President po ng Gawi, Mr. Mark Lester Santos.
Magandang araw sa mga guro. Ang aming gurong tagapayo ay babaan sa programa o 21. Ang mga gawain ni naglalayong pagyamanin at pagyabungin pa ang wikang Filipino kahit na maraming hindi. Ang mga gawain ng samahan. Samahan ng Gabay ng Wika, Gawi Club. Pangalawa, obra mo, ibahagi mo. Pagpapaskil ng mga obra ng mga mag-aaral, halimbawa na lamang ay ang mga maikling kwento, tula, sanaysay, o talumpating napapanahon. Ito'y naglalayong maibahagi ng mga mag-aaral ang kanilang kaalaman, kakayahan at talento sa pagsulat ng piling panitikan. Ang mga maaaring magpasa ng kanilang gawa ay ang mga mag-aaral na nasa kolehiyo, anumang antas o programa. Ang mga mapipiling mag-aaral ay makatatanggap ng sertipiko ng pakikiisa. Maglalabas ang samahan ng paskil para sa mga impormasyong dapat malaman ng mga mag-aaral para sa nasabing gawain. Pangatlo, webinar patungkol sa wika at panitikan. Isang webinar na kung saan lalong magpapayabong sa wika at panitikang mayroon tayo. Kami rin, ang samahan, ay gumawa ng mga paligsahan para sa mga mag-aaral ng NTC. Una po ay patulang pabigkas or spoken poetry. Ito'y naglalayong magbigay ng pagkakataon sa mga mag-aaral na maipakita ang kanilang tangking talento at kakayahan sa pagbigkas at pagsulat ng panitikan. Ito ay para lamang sa mga Filipino majors. Para sa iba pang impormasyon, maglalabas ang samahan ng paskil para dito. Para naman sa mga ibang mag-aaral na hindi nagpapakadulbasa sa asignaturang Filipino, may patimpalak para sa inyo. Ito ay ang salin awit. Ito ay pagsasalin ng mga banyagang wika sa wikang Filipino at nailalapat niya ang himig nito. Ito ay bukas sa lahat ng mga mag-aaral na nasa kolehiyo, anumang antas o programa. Para sa iba pang impormasyon, maglalabas ang samahan ng paskil para dito. Ang mga gawa, muli sama-sama tayong pagyabungin at pagyamanin ang wikang mayroon tayo. Ako si Lester Santos, Pangulo ng Samahan ng Gabay ng Wika.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Santos. Ngayon naman po, dumako tayo sa Math Club sa pangunguna ng kanilang Pangulo, Miss Angelica Monzon.
Good afternoon, everyone. Mathematics Club plans to have activities named Matinique and Matbilis Mag-isip. Matinique with the objective of teaching mathematics majors who are having difficulties with their major subjects. It will aid students who are struggling in understanding their lesson, most especially in today's normal. Another activity named Matbilis Mag-isip with the objective of bringing out students' skills and abilities on different areas of mathematics. It is planned to be executed online, which is often for mathematics majors and non-major students. We will be posting updates on NTC Mathematics Lab page about said activities. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you so much, Ms. Monzon. Now, let's proceed po sa Pangulo ng SSAC and DSED Council, Mr. Matthew Luison.
Good afternoon po sa lahat na nanonood, lalo na po sa ating mga propesor at sa mga administrador ng ating paaralan. Ngayong semestre, gusto ko lang pong batiin ang mga mag-aaral na natapos ang unang semestre sa kalagitnaan ng pandemyang ito. Maraming salamat po sa mga propesor na umunawa at umintindi sa aming mga hinaing nitong nakaraang semestre. Ngayong semestre po may proyekto pong gagawin ng SSAC na parliamentary talk na kung saan magbibigay ng mas malawak na kaalaman sa mga mag-aaral tungkol sa parliamentary government. At layunin po nito na mapalawak ang kaalaman ng bawat mag-aaral ng social studies patungkol sa isang parliamentary procedure. Pinagpaplanuhan din po ng aming club na mag-post ng iba't ibang kaalaman sa aming social media page na Social Studies Achievers Circle. Yun lamang po. Muli ako po si Matthew S. Luison, Pangulo ng BSED Council, ganoon na rin ng Social Studies Achievers Circle. Maraming salamat, Ginoong Asembo.
Maraming salamat po, Ginoong Luison. Ngayon naman po dumako tayo sa Presidente ng Home Economics, Ms. Blizzy Echauz.
Good afternoon po sa ating lahat. Sir Lance, I'm audible po ba ako? Yan. Good afternoon po ulit sa ating lahat. So, I am Blessylove S. Echos, HE Club President. So, I want to commend first the last administration of Home Economics Club, which led by Mr. Aziz, because they really did a great job, which is responding and sustaining the needs and concerns of other home economics major students. So this sem we prepare different activities that we believe will cater different skills and knowledge na magagamit po ng mga HE majors and we believe na ma-enjoy po nila. Yun lamang po and thank you po.
Thank you so much, Ms. Echauz. Ngayon naman po, dumako naman po tayo sa Presidente ng PE Club, Ms. Shandy Santiago.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shandy Reddy and Santiago, PE Club President, and our advisor is Mr. Albanyo. I want to acknowledge the presence of everyone, the professors, the admin, the student leaders, and the students. Before I deliver the program of PE Club, I want to share a little speech to everyone. A pleasant new normal to everyone, and thanks God that we are all survivors of the pandemic and hopefully in good health amid threat of new COVID-19 variants. I also want to thank everyone that we still keep on holding on in spite of the current situation and the dilemma we face daily in coping up with our studies and school responsibilities. Kapit lang, we are still in a long journey to reality. Let's face it, reality is at hand, and our only weapon and shield is having good disposition and remain in our right senses, keeping in mind that we can do it. Always remember that we have our goals. Let's aim the target and dream the success. Our journey is not that smooth. Be ready for the rocky road and dedicate our effort to our family and for our future. Almost be in our right senses to have a better disposition and keep in mind that every storm, the sun will shine. And I will now share my program for our PE Club members. The PE Club officer create motivational and trivia for every PE Club members. And in motivation, we share and motivate every kinds of difference and challenges that everyone is facing. And in trivia, we share the difference trivia about PE and health. Our main program of PE Club is Talent Show. This will show the skills and talent of PE Club members. And it have four categories: the poetry, poster making, singing, and dancing. The further information about this will be shared and post of our PE Club page. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Lance.
Thank you so much, Miss Santiago. Now let's proceed to the Science Club, which nagpadala po ng representative ang kanilang presidente, ang kanilang treasurer, Miss Fiona Racines.
Hello, naririnig po ba ako? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon to all of you and Tishans. So I am Fiona Resines from NTC Science Club. So even before, the NTC Science Club is known for its winning culture, including the science majors behind it. And we always keep an eye to success, but we never forget to be one of the vanguards of science. As much as we preserve the discipline, we want to part of spreading it by nurturing the scientific literacy for the national development. Although this year we are meeting just virtually, the current officers are working to accomplish the same mission. For that reason, we submitted two activities to OSA, which are the webinar and the quiz bee. The webinar will talk about the mental health using the lens and perspective of natural sciences. We are underway looking for the best resource speaker so that we can ensure the quality content of the event. We also plan to make it as interactive as possible. So in the other hand, we will be having the quiz bee, which will be named as Tagsay, but this is not actual Tagsay that we are used to. It is spelled out TUGSCI. So there are two categories in this quiz bee. The first category would be non-major. So we will be asking for the club organization in the college level to send their two representatives, and this category will be an individual competition. In major category, we will be group our science major with 3 to 4 members per group, and each member should have different year levels so that there would be an interaction and collaboration among them. But we are still on the process of studying the technicalities and operation to conduct this group competition virtually. So aside from these two, we are also going to have social media activities and projects. The activities are games, mini competitions, and programs that will be held in the importance of science celebration from the Philippines and across the world. In fact, last November 10, the NTC Science Club participate in the UNESCO World Science Day Peace and Development. We have a series of games that will enhance the knowledge of the others regarding to the COVID-19. In fact, there are participants inside and outside the campus, so I think it would be a good starting point to reach wider audience. And we also do posting PubMats in our page. And our next strategy, our next target is on September for the annual Natural Science Club Month. There are no concrete plans yet, but we're looking forward to collaborate with other science-based organization in the Philippines to wider our horizon. And lastly, our social media projects are done to commit on our primary mission, which is to be agent of developing scientific literacy of the NTC community. At the final stage of planning a specific project which aim to launch on the second or third week of February. So that's all for the plans of NTC Science Club. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Racines. Now let's proceed to the GS Society President, Ms. Shaina Piñon.
Naririnig po ako? Hello po?
Yes po.
Thank you po, Sir Vic. And thank you for introducing me, Sir Lance, First of all, I would like to congratulate all the Intisians, especially my fellow BS students in finishing and surviving the first semester. I know it's been tough and all of us struggled, but how you guys have flourished naman at naging fruitful lahat ng pagsusunod ng ating kilay. Ayan. So regarding our organization, I hope that everyone will support and follow our org this semester. Marami po tayong activities na I know that you will enjoy. That's why please do tune in sa ating page na Guest Society. I believe ang mga officers right now are commenting the link for our page. Kaya please do like our page para alam po natin ang mga pangyayari sa ating org. So yeah, the focus right now of our proposed activities are advocating the goodness and betterment of elementary education and tayong mga new teachers as the new heroes of education. We are going to have an online workshop about Filipino Sign Language and electronic instructional materials because this is very much timely and inclusive for education right now. We already have a speaker for FSL, kaya po please do anticipate for this workshop. We also propose to have a donation drive na sana ma-approve po. We are going to donate instructional materials sa mga teachers po that they could use in the future kasi alam po natin na sobrang kulang po ng mga instructional materials po ng mga teachers right now and we are hoping to help them para po sa well-being po ng mga learners. Ayan po. So yung lastly na activity po natin, mga BEd students, ay exposing your creativity such as poetry contest, IM competitions, nursery rhyme making, storytelling, and others. Ayan. So, parang it's going to be a busy semester sa atin, no? So, ayun. Pero, magiging fruitful tong semester na ito sa atin if we're going to support each other, mga BEd students. Kaya please do support our organization right now. And always remember, BEd students, ang ating motto sa ating organization na inclusive and united. Thank you po and good luck for this second semester.
Thank you so much, Miss Pinyon. Now, nagkaroon po ng technical difficulties kanina. Now, let's proceed again ulit kay President ng OXTO, Mr. Jazz Salazar.
Yeah, still no audio si Jazz, President Lance.
Sige po, sir. Pakilala ko na lang po muna yung interest clubs. So hello, good afternoon po. Pasensya na po, nagkaroon po ulit ng technical difficulties si Mr. Salazar. Ngayon, ipinapakilala ko po ang mga interest club presidents na meron tayo sa school. So unahin ko na po ang interest club ng Kabataang Rizalista sa pangunguna ni Ms. Blizel Nilo at ang College Y Club sa pangunguna ni President Jade Nanyong, ng CIS Club sa pangunguna ni Mr. Jailito De Guia Jr., ang RCYC, Mr. John Michael Santo Domingo, ang Likhaan, Miss Leira Sepron, at ang Hataw Tanglaw, Miss Bernadette Villalba. Huwag niyo pong kalimutan na suportahan ang mga nasabing organisasyon sa kanila pong mga gawain o mga aktibidad para po sa inyong mga mag-aaral. Muli, maraming salamat po at nabigyan kami ng pagkakataon upang magpasalamat at magbigay ng mensahe sa aming mga kapwa mag-aaral. Salamat po.
Thank you so much, President Lance, and thank you for all the presidents of different clubs in the student government headed by Dr. Cordero. Thank you, Madam, for your full support with the student government of the National Teachers College academic year 2020-2021. Ma'am Wilma. Okay. Before we proceed with our closing message, I would like to announce that for those who missed critical information, this video could be viewed at NTC community page and School of Teacher Education FB pages for your reference. And at this juncture, um, may we call in our very hardworking, dedicated, passionate, and dynamic Vice President for Academic Affairs of the National Teachers College, none other than Dr. Edison A. Fermin for his closing message.
Thank you so much, Professor Baron and Professor Balon, for hosting this event. And I'd like to congratulate the leadership of Dr. Ferdinand Pitagan, the Dean of the School of Teacher Education, our program heads, Professor Chu Soriano, Professor Alan Alba for our undergraduate programs, and Professor Degain Bohol for the graduate school. Although the graduate school will be having its orientation Saturday yet. I'd also like to recognize the presence of our other school leaders, Professor Carlo Jimeno of our Marketing and Communications Office, Mr. Vincent Agustin of our Student Office, Dr. Elma Cordero for our Office of Student Affairs, and the rest of the other team members who have made this possible. I'd like to make a special call out also to President Lance Acebo and the rest of the student government officials, organization presidents, special interest organization presidents who also graced our event today. Ipinagmamalaki ko na nakarating tayong lahat ng masaya at maluwalhati sa ikalawang semestre sa kabila ng lahat ng ating mga hamon sa unang semestre. This is it, and I think the latter half of academic year 2020-2021 affords us the opportunity to really not just look back, but move forward. And I hope that this afternoon, I'd be able to communicate to you what exactly we have in mind as your guides and mentors in the process of understanding how this semester is going to look like. And my message is very straightforward. Because we are all part of Tanglao, I would like us to bring home fire. And that is the main message that I'd like to bring, as you will see on the screen right now. Bringing home fire is actually a way of telling you that no amount of challenge or stress or struggle should prevent our community from pursuing what we mean by our vision and mission of making education accessible to everyone. Now, FIRE is an acronym, and each letter stands for three words that I would like all of you to remember, especially as this semester rolls out. So let's begin with the letter F. F stands for the three things that have made the first semester really challenging for all of us. Largely because of the crisis brought about by the pandemic, we have been exposed to our individual, collective, and institutional frailties. Ang ating mga kahinaan at karupukan ay higit na naipakita sanhi ng kasalukuyang krisis. Our frailty to respond immediately to a student's concern, hanggang ngayon, ramdam natin yan. Our frailty to actually understand the conditions of our teachers when they are unable to communicate with us on a timely manner, hanggang ngayon, that's a frailty. And because it constantly happens, it creates in us this thinking that we are getting into situations that cause a lot of frustration. And those frustrations we have constantly heard, particularly from you, our students, especially as we engage the previous leadership of the student government. These are all legitimate and acceptable comments, feedback. And if we are unable to attend to them in a timely and meaningful way, definitely we can say we end up with failure. But you must also understand that the failure that constantly makes things difficult for us is a failure to connect, to reach out, and probably to understand and to exercise more patience. So, whether it is a manifestation of frailty, frustration, or failure, we must all accept the fact that we are ready to move forward. And if ever these three things come up again, we should better be prepared because we cannot go back to the same state of confusion and complexity as was in the first time the lockdown transpired. So, how do we combat these things? We would like for everyone to understand letter I very well. And I, in the word fire, stands also for three things that will help us address the three F's that you're seeing right now. So on the screen, you will now see three words that begin with the letter I. And these words are inquiry, investigation, and innovation. We encourage everyone to exercise the power of inquiry as we address further our conditions at the moment. By inquiry, we mean we must be able to ask the right questions to the right people or office at the right time, and most importantly, with the right attitude. We cannot just constantly ask questions. I mean, look at the way you guys are asking questions over FB Live. The questions are phrased rather in a very friendly manner, and you know for a fact that there is an answer to that, but you just have to be patient in uh, as you wait for those answers. And the moment you get your answers, do not end there. If you are dissatisfied or you still want to learn more, then that's the time you elevate your inquiry to the level of investigation. But this is not the type of a crime investigation, or an NBI type of action. By investigating here, you find out for yourself, take it upon yourself to find out if there are other things that you still have to know so that you don't end up just by merely asking questions to anyone, and sometimes in very irritating and or irritable ways. Okay? So it is incumbent upon us to constantly ask questions. We encourage the same among our teachers. If they have a question, they go to the right administrative office and we try to address these things as fast as we could. Because remember, the combination of our capability to inquire properly and to investigate things more actively will lead us to our capacity to innovate further. And this is the reason why we constantly look at Tanglao as a shining example of how academic institutions should really transition properly in situations of crisis. So remember, it is not enough that you ask the right questions. You must also take it upon yourself to investigate and learn more about the current situation that you're part of. And from here, think of lasting solutions, which are technically innovation in adapting to the new ways of doing things. And hopefully, if we are able to satisfy these conditions, you and I will go to the direction where the new three R's are found. You know, many of your teachers, our dean included, and myself, were products of an era that is marked by learning via three R's. And those three R's are reading, writing, and arithmetic. But if you make use of the new three R's that we are developing in you, particularly at this difficult time, we will go further and farther. And what are these? The first is reasoning. And part of being a person capable of reasoning is that you are also reasonable enough. Do not just demand things and you want it to happen so fast. Like right now, our technical systems are still adjusting. Remember, we migrated to a digital environment rather very fast, and sometimes I describe it overnight. But if you keep on complaining about the glitches, you will only see the bad things in it, but not how these things are helping us enhance our campus life. So that's the first, reasoning. And when reasoning is maximized, rest assured that whatever other pitfalls or glitches happen, you will see yourself becoming more capable of adapting to change. That is the power of resilience. Your ability to bounce back every time there's a struggle that is happening. And believe it or not, research has actually proven that persons who are capable of balancing reasoning and resilience are the ones who will eventually become more responsible individuals at work, in their families, and in their communities. So remember, it is not enough that you are engaging right now because you want to learn reading, writing, arithmetic. This is the time for you to inquire about, investigate, and innovate based on reasoning, resilience, and responsibility. Now, at the end of this exercise, all these things that we are going through, we look forward to mastering the 3 E's required in education spaces in the 21st century. And what are those? My dear colleagues and my students, never end up not engaging yourself actively in all the things that we are doing. Your clubs and organizations and the student government have mentioned they are trying their best to create relevant programs to engage you despite and in spite of our current situation. That is an important manifestation that whatever happens, we will look for solutions that will keep our school life very much alive. But engaging is one side of the story. You must see yourselves also gaining power and command of the new reality that we have to deal with. For example, uh, President Lance and I were talking, is there a better way by which we could give students more opportunity to ask questions in very encouraging ways so that we get to empower each other instead of discourage one another from really looking at how we can improve things. And so far, you have seen that if the student government, the faculty, and the administration are able to openly address conditions of struggle very concretely and meaningfully, we can arrive at better arrangements and solutions. And by virtue of arriving at the solutions, we emancipate each other. Pinapalaya natin ang isa't isa kapag patuloy tayong nakikilahok at nagbibigay at nagbabahagi ng kapangyarihan para baguhin ang ating sitwasyon. And so, my dear students, remember, frailty, frustration, and failure will always be part of life. But if you use your capability to inquire, to investigate, and to innovate with the right amount of reasoning, resilience, and responsibility, you will become the real citizens and agents of engagement, empowerment, and emancipation needed in our society now more than ever. And to borrow the words of our Dean of the School of Teacher Education, it is through compassionate education that the fire to learn better stems from. After all, in my parting words to you on the last screen, the last slide, ikaw, ako, tayo ang alab ng tanglaw. Huwag kayong matakot, huwag kayong mangamba kung ano ang mangyayari sa inyo sa kabila ng pandemyang ito. Magpapatuloy ang ating buhay bilang mga kasapi ng tanglaw. And on that note, I hope that the closing reflection video that we will ask you to watch will give you an assurance. Talaga naman, walang dahilan para malungkot, matakot, mangamba, basta't alam natin, nandyan kayo, nandito kami, at nandito tayo para sa isa't isa. Mabuhay ang School of Teacher Education at ang National Teachers College at mabuhay ang bawat isa sa atin na naninindigan na malalampasan ito ng bawat Pilipino. Maraming salamat at magkita-kita tayo.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fermin, for that very inspiring closing message. Indeed, Together, as one SOTE family, let's bring home fire. Now, before we give the floor to SOTE administrative heads and to Dean Ferds, may we thank you all for the time you have spent in this general orientation.
Okay. Thank you very much, everyone, for attending our orientation. We've plugged some of your questions. We've answered some of your inquiries. If you need additional information for grades, for IP, for ID, etc., please plug it to your PH and DIN so we could manage it officially, okay? And also, you could view again this video to, so that you would be clarified on cycles, modules, modified online. Once again, thank you very much, everyone. Keep safe. Be always happy. Ingat. Mabuhay ang NTC, mabuhay ang Pilipinas. Marami pong salamat. Ingat po.
Thank you po. God bless.
God bless.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you so much po. Thank you.
Thank you, Lance. Thank you.
Thank you po. Thank you, sir.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Thank you po. Thank you po.
Thank you po.
Di mo ba alam, nandito lang
Thank you po.
sa iyong tabi. Di kita pababayaan kailanman. At kung ikaw ay mahulog sa bangin, ay sasaluhin kita. Huwag kang matakot na matulog mag-isa, kasama mo naman ako. Huwag kang matakot na umibig at lumuha, kasama mo naman ako. Huwag kang matakot. Huwag kang matakot dahil ang buhay mo'y walang katapusan. Makapangyarihan ang pag-ibig na hawak mo sa iyong kamay. Ikaw ang Diyos at Hari ng iyong mundo. Matakot sila sa'yo. Huwag kang matakot na matulog mag-isa, kasama mo naman ako. Huwag kang matakot sa hindi mo pa makita, kasama mo naman ako. Huwag kang takot, di mo ba alam, nandito lang ako sa iyong tabi. Di kita pabayaan.